talking about something so important that you're going to be astonished when you hear this information. I'm going to go ahead and bring myself up here. Today, we are talking about a wonderful subject. It's all about coconut oil, preferably extra virgin coconut oil. We're going to talk about the importance of what this thing can do to our health, how it can help our bodies, how we can get our blood pressure down. Hello, my friends in the chat room. I'm sure that we're all coming in right now, but we got a lot to talk about, guys. Nice to have you here. Hey, Carol. But this coconut oil is pretty miraculous, and we didn't put any notifications out because I decided last minute, let's go with it. Hello, India. How are you, my friends? Well, first of all, I want to go into this because I don't want to waste too much time. We look at coconut oil. It's just an amazing oil that everyone today is so paranoid about it because of the saturated fat, like the most saturated fat. We've been told by doctors, hello, Canada. We've been told by doctors that saturated fat is so bad for us. Well, guess what, guys? I'm going to throw some information out at you, some medical information, literature, nutrition, and I'm going to teach you something. You're going to really be proud. You're going to have a good night's sleep if you're in the USA, or you're going to have a good day if you're on the Asian part of the other side of the world right now, like Japan, like Jordan, Europe. Hello from Canada, India. You're seeing daylight right now. We're not. But I need to go over a few very important things with you, some important properties about this particular beautiful extra virgin coconut oil, and I'll explain all about this. Now, by the way, you can just see a few different pictures here to see what it looks like. These are some common, good actual coconut oils that you see quite often in town here, and I'm sure it's worldwide. This basically, realize that this thing becomes liquid at about 76 degrees Fahrenheit. That's kind of strange how you look at oils, and oils are liquid at room temperature. But guess what? Not this particular oil. At 75 degrees or below, that becomes solid. At 76 degrees, this thing becomes liquid. Hello, blockhead. So it's beautiful because when we take in this coconut oil, it's easier to drink than to sit there and I do that sometimes. I do it when it's kind of solid and it's not so easy. So the important chemical properties about this is the moisturizing property is amazing. A lot of you guys, I'm sure, know about this. The for your hair, for your skin, it just does wonders for your body. It's an amazing moisturizer. Vitamin E, the thing that you always think about. It's got amazing fatty acids in here. It's got what makes this particular molecule, or this particular, we'll say molecules within this particular coconut, are the acids. The lauric acid, again, the median chain fatty acids, what you're about to hear, is the key to this magical type of things. Hello, Tokyo, was just there not too long ago. Oh boy, what a beautiful place. But these acids, you have the myristic acid, the caprylic acid, the capric acid, the caproic acid. You got all these different acids that are like magic. And so I'm going to go over a few important things about this. But what makes these saturated fats so special are the median chain fatty acids. They're not the long chain. So the median chain fatty acids, like this capric acid, caprylic acid, the lauric acid, can do wonders for you. This is what can increase the rate of metabolism. This helps the aid of weight loss. It helps good cholesterol, which I'll explain, the high-density lipoproteins to get up again. It brings down the bad cholesterol, the LDLs, the low-density lipoproteins. Pretty amazing stuff. The medicinal properties are astronomical, guys. Anti-aging, cures fatigue, the antimicrobial. These things can take away like athlete's foot, ringworm, itches, dermatitis, reduces hair loss. Well, I haven't used it, guys, but there are just amazing things out there that people talk about. And I'm going to go over some important ones with you that are most important, like dandruff and digestive issues. They talk about cancers. They talk about unblocking the arteries, cracking the skin, obesities. And the list goes on and on and on. So I just wanted to give you the go of what's happening here and what this stuff is all about, okay? So we can look at a few of these pictures here. As you see here, the coconut oils, just to give you a little taste of what we're talking about, the extra virgin coconut oil, and what makes it so special are the median chains, these median chain triglycerides that actually do wonders, and I'll explain that more in depth in just a second. The first thing I want to go to with you guys, particularly women, let's see if we can find the oils of our hair. We look at the benefits of coconut oil for hair, and you notice I'm saving the best for last, guys. But the hair seems to fall. If you read this, basically it helps strengthen hair. It helps keep the moisture within the hair. Basically, by reducing the water strands, reducing the wear and tear within the oils of the hair, the coconut oil helps repair the damage here. And so studies go on and they talk about how this microbial property, what it has within this particular area, helps reduce dandruff. And it does wonders when it comes down to massaging the scalp. It does wonders for the oils of massaging. Yes, Blockhead, I'll get to the gums. You're ahead of me. I got a great thing about teaching about the gums because that is something we'll talk about in just a few minutes. You're way ahead of me, but that's correct. So the oils of the hair, powerful, powerful stuff. Now, what this young man is talking about, he's talking about the gums, and I'm going to go into it right now because you brought it up. Let's talk about the oil pulling benefits. Okay, oil pulling. What is oil pulling? Well, coconut oil pulls, the first thing in Ayurvedic medicine, it detoxes. If you take the oil and you swish it in your mouth, a tablespoon of the coconut oil, the first thing in the morning, and you start swishing it, this actually pulls the bad breath out. It has the particular these acids. It cures tooth decay. It helps heal bleeding gums. It helps heal the cracked lips, whitens your teeth, soothes your throat, strengthens your gums, prevents cavities, besides the fact it reduces inflammation, which we'll go into in a little while. But it boosts your immune system. And this is powerful stuff, guys. This is what gets me excited because you're proactive. You're going to stay healthier if you do the healthy things. Okay? So the oil pulling is extremely important, guys. Extremely important when it comes to that. You might want to consider that. You can actually do your homework and your research on that. But I'm going to kind of give you a whole bunch of information for you so you can kind of get a little bit excited here. The other thing I want to talk about, I like to talk about the coconut oil about cholesterol. Now this is a big thing here. And let's see if I can just find out here. First of all, we'll come back to that in just a second here. Let's talk about this for a second, guys. We talk about coconut oil as a saturated fat, and the doctors keep us away. They say, don't eat saturated fats, all right? Well, the reason why this is considered healthy is because coconut oil, and I'm reading this to you, is a medium chain fatty acid. It's not a long chain fatty acid, which are the unhealthy saturated fats. That's what we're talking about with the steaks, the fatty meats, the butters, the cheeses, the creams. Those are long chain fatty acids. And your body turns that into bad, obviously saturated fat, which is not good for our arteries. But because this has medium chain fatty acids, this particular, it metabolizes faster because of the fact it's easily absorbed into the small intestine with other nutrients that prevents from being deposited in the belly as fat. That's why coconut oil is good as weight loss, because it metabolizes different, guys. I'm not going to go into the whole biochemistry with you, but it metabolizes different, so you're not going to have to worry about this artery clogging type of thing. You know, the first time I went and I put this coconut oil into my body, I said, oh my God, what am I doing? I had to go ahead and I'd hit the books, I'd hit the research, I hit the internet, and I want to make sure that I'm not hurting myself. Well, guys, the information's out there. It will lower cholesterol. It will do amazing things for you. All right. So the lauric acid that we talk about, look at this, guys. Look at the different acids. The lauric acid is at antibacterial, antimicrobial. But look how high the lauric acid here is in coconut oil compared to all the other foods. It's astronomically high. astronomically high. That's the magic, guys. That is like a blessing. That's what God has put inside that does the blessing of the healing within our body. So I wanted to bring that out to you. That's very important. When it comes to cholesterol, let's just see if I can find this right here. The truth is, we talked about cholesterol levels, and today so many people are so worried about their total cholesterol. Well, I don't want you to worry so much about that. I'm more concerned about you worrying about the ratio between the high and the low. Okay? There's a whole thing here I can go into. I don't want to make this too confusing, but I want to let you know that even if your cholesterol, your total cholesterol is normal, and the ratio is too off, or let's say too high, then it's not normal. But you can actually have a high total cholesterol, and the ratio can still be within normal range, and you can still be normal. So I don't want you to worry about this so much. Today, doctors are getting away from cholesterol. People are still afraid to eat total eggs or whole eggs. Eggs are good for you. It's got all the natural inositol, the choline, all the beautiful things that we need for our heart, our brain, our body. We need these particular nutrients and vitamins, and Mother Nature knows how to digest it properly within our body if we eat it whole. But guys, I'm not so much concerned about the free-range eggs. I'm more concerned about the organic eggs. I want to make sure that this organic egg is allowing these chickens to run out in the sunlight, and they're not feeding it all these hormones, and it can eat healthy food like you and I, and that's what you're putting in your body. So, yeah, Rocky, that's correct. If you want to be like a Rocky and you want to be strong, you need to eat healthy. You can't omit it. And guys and women, if you're taking the egg yolks out because you just want egg whites because you're trying to conserve the cholesterol, the inside of that yolk helps digest that egg into your body naturally the way it's supposed to. So if you're obstructing Mother Nature, you could be obstructing the healing that's going on in your body because the educated intelligence is going against the innate intelligence. You guys with me? Okay, I hope you guys are with me. That's very important. So I wanted to say more on cholesterol. I don't want to say too much because it can get a little complex. So I just wanted to mention how important it is. What about blood pressure, guys? Now, coconut oil has omega-3 fatty acids, works to widen the blood vessels because coconut oil is approximately 92% saturated fat. It contains these medium-chain fatty acids, or these omega-3 fatty acids. It's believed that it's better for lowering pressure than vegetable oils. And they've done studies, and they've done the consumption of the polyunsaturated fats, the omega-6 fatty acids, like the soybean and vegetable oils, that causes your vessels to constrict. But they found that the omega-3 fatty acids in coconut oil, and what's in coconut oil, helps widen the lumen of the arterioles that can bring down the blood pressure. Thank you. I don't want to say much about that, but that is the truth, guys. Now, we talk about blood pressure. What about the big thing? Now, many of you have been to my channel. They've looked through many of my self-help videos. Neck pain, poor posture, all those different things I have on there. What about inflammation, guys? Let's just see if I can find something here at inflammation. If I don't have it here, I'm going to talk about it anyways. But inflammation is the big one. And that basically is what causes swelling, that causes pain, that causes discomfort. And inflammation is a big one. But let me just say a few things about inflammation. We'll come back so I don't have to bore you here. I can go ahead and put up another pic here just to show something here. Inflammation is an irritant. This has tremendous amount of healing when it comes down to diseases in our body. Why? Because Crohn's disease, just rheumatoid arthritis, any immune discomfort, cancers, even diabetes, heart disease, cardiovascular disease. Guess what, guys? It's all about inflammation. If we can reduce inflammation, we've talked about different ways through omega-3s. We've just recently put a video up there. You should check it out. We put it up there last night. Great video. We're getting to so many hits on that video within 24 hours. But we look at the two different types. We have acute and chronic. Acute inflammation obviously lasts a short period of time. Chronic goes on forever. And what we want to do is we want to block the inflammatory cycle. And by taking this extra virgin coconut oil, it will block inflammation. I'm not going to go into the biochemistry of it, but it's something that I need to at least make you aware of it because of that lauric acid, that capric acid, that caprylic and caproic acid. Those fatty acids are very unique in nature, and they undergo different kinds of metabolisms compared to all other fatty acids and their metabolism. So these medium chains, these fatty acids get directly metabolized in the liver. Listen to me, guys. This gets directly metabolized in the liver instead of undergoing biometabolism, unlike other fatty acids or other fats do. So lauric acid has these potent anti-inflammatory and antimicrobial properties, which is the reason why it's such a good anti-inflammatory. All right, now what about another very important thing? All right, bone health. Wow, that's what we're here for, okay? I am a chiropractor. I spend everything about bone health. Everything's tied into our bone health, from exercises to strengthening, the herniated disc, the poor posture, to whatever it may be, to even nutrition. You notice all my stuff is tied into bone health because that's what I'm good at. That's what I know about. I'm going to only tell you what I know best. I don't want to waste your time nor mine. But when it comes to osteoporosis means that we're losing trabeculae within the cortex of the bone. And I wanted to bring out something very important, that we've got a lot of people out there who are on acid reducing, we can say proton pump inhibitors like Nexium or and the list goes on. I can go, Prilosec. It just goes on and on and on. But what's doing is you're blocking acid. The pH is going up. You're taking foods. You have no more acidity. You can't digest your proteins. You can't even allow calcium to be absorbed. It likes acid. Calcium likes acid. So we need to have the proper environment to make sure we're assimilating the right nutrients so it can get into the bone. But when it comes to osteoporosis, studies show that supplementing your diet with this extra virgin coconut oil can reverse, listen to this, guys, it can reverse the effects of estrogen deficiency. It can reverse the effects of estrogen deficiency, including loss of bone density. And that's powerful. So that basically is stating that the antioxidant, the antioxidant compounds in this coconut oil has a potential to maintain bone structure and prevent bone loss due to hormonal changes. That's very powerful. Wow. Magnesium, we just did a video on magnesium. You got to look at that. We did a great video just on magnesium. Magnesium is very important. Calcium-magnesium ratio, it should be 2-to-1. Okay, calcium to magnesium. But you need vitamin D in order to allow calcium to get into there, but you also need magnesium. So yes, it is very important. Yes, it is, Angeline. So consuming, according to studies here, 2 to 3 tablespoons of virgin coconut oil can help prevent an osteoporotic. And they say that up to 4 or 5 tablespoons a day can help reverse it. Well, these are studies that I'm coming off the internet that I'm explaining. K2, yes, correct. We just did a video on K2, and you need to look at that one. These are all done this week. K2, magnesium, vitamin D, and calcium. They're all there, guys. You need to look at those, and they're very, very thorough. Okay, so that is really important. So let's go to another very important thing as we're just kind of getting in the groove here. And yeah, we are finishing up. We're trying to get to the real important things. But this particular one is a big one because I believe there's more money spent particularly with this one particular thing. And what do you think it is, guys? All right, not heart disease, not cancer. All right, you guys know what it is. We're talking about something right here. Weight loss. That's where all the money's being spent. That's where all these guys are making a fortune, putting their vitamins out there, telling you it can burn calories, burn fat. This is a big money maker, but they're having a lot of lies. They're even telling people today they can spot reduce, and there's really no such thing. But I want to just let you know the coconut oil is very high in the, as we say, in the medium chain triglycerides, the fatty acids that boost metabolism. It's different than any other fat in the world, okay? Because it's medium chain fatty acids. They're metabolized different than the longer chain fatty acids. We said that, okay? They're sent straight to the liver from the digestive tract, where they are either used for energy right away or turned into ketone bodies. That's primarily how it works. All right. So basically, there was evidence of different studies that shows, and they've used this in animals because, again, they don't show tons of studies in human beings because the FDA and people don't want to pay for it. But there are studies and proven other studies that may not be documented through FDA that this will help burn and metabolize fats differently than any other thing out there. Now, I'm not telling you not to exercise. I'm not telling you to eat smart. And I'm not telling you that you should sit down and eat brownies and cookies all day and take coconut oil. I'm telling you that you still need to eat wise. You still need to exercise. You need to drink a lot of fluids. You need to increase metabolism. That's still all very important. But they found by increasing these medium chain fatty acids per day, it increased the energy expenditure of 5%, totaling about 120 extra calories per day, burning just taking coconut oil. Now, I'm gonna come here one day and talk about how to burn fat. I have a little booklet that's out, but that's be a great program one day. I'll have to come here and talk about that. But so what I'm trying to get here, 3,500 calories equals a pound of fat. So if you take this particular over time and just add this coconut oil, as it increases the expenditure of fat, that if you calculate 120 calories and how much of that over, will equal 3,500 calories, that's a pound of fat. So within a month, you could be burning in a year 12 pounds of fat doing nothing. Okay, that's my whole point. Now, I don't believe in losing fat fast because you didn't gain it fast. You need to do things slowly. So that's really, really important. But there is a very important thing about this particular thing is that within this coconut oil, it will decrease your appetite. So if you take this coconut oil, it will make you feel full. And by decreasing your appetite, you're not going to eat as much. You may be drinking more, so you're going to take in less calories. Your expenditure is going to be a lot less, and you will burn fat that way. Now, there is a study here. All right, real brief. This talked about a study of dangerous abdominal fat, and they found by taking this coconut oil, not only reduced your appetite and helped speed up metabolism, but they found through this study that people who have tummies, they found that those tummies were able to shrink faster by taking this extra virgin coconut oil. And that's pretty amazing to me. It's a whole long study here. It's called abdominal fat, and abdominal fat generally is the fat that's not healthy. That's the visceral fat. So you see visceral fat, that goes hand in hand with heart disease and cardiovascular disease. So I wanted to share that with you, and I hope that will hit home. So let's just go over a few important things. We really touched on some great stuff today. We talked about here the importance of coconut oil, why it's a saturated fat. You should not be You should not be scared of that. We talked about here. This here shows us the different what's in the coconut. We look at the antioxidants. We look at the medium chain triglycerides. We look at the lauric acid, the caprylic acid, the capric acid. And skin care, amazing stuff. Hair care, amazing stuff. Stress relief, it's amazing stuff. You can use it on the skin. You can massage. You can do all that good stuff. We look at coconut oil versus other oils. I'm not going to go into this, but I can tell you that coconut oil, you can put it up to 3,500 degrees, I believe. This has these medium chains. This lauric acid really is an amazing thing that you can use when it comes down to high temperatures. Very high temperatures. You can go back and look at this. YouTube will post this on my channel, and you'll be able to come back and look at this. All right? Very important, excellent stuff, okay? We looked at oil pulling. Very important when it comes down to the mouth. We looked at the incredible benefits, which we touched on a few things. We mentioned cholesterol, why it's so important, blood pressure, as well as oils of the hair, weight loss, and those are the key benefits. Now, I just want to share a couple of important things before we wind up and get going, because you notice all my programs, we've been here late. And guys, I want to say I love every one of you because you guys have been so loyal, but I give you so much credit. You are so proactive, and this week has been a dynamite week of really getting a lot of good education, because as I'm helping you guys, I'm helping myself. Trust me, there's a lot of review. I have a background in nutrition, a doctorate degree from many years ago, but when you don't use it every day, I do a lot of motivational stuff, a lot of educational stuff, and a lot of biomechanical stuff. And you don't use it every day, we all get stale. So reviewing this is extremely important. Let's go into a couple important things here before we wind up. The benefits, we talked about the antioxidants, skincare, weight loss, digestion. You can go back and listen, read this. Immunity, hair care, stress relief, infections, because it has a high microbial and antibacterial. Heart health is actually absolutely fascinating. It helps in the blood sugar regulation, slows down the skin aging, supports the immunity. It helps actually in weight control, boosts the metabolism. It helps heal candida. Girls, if you are one that you might have been on antibiotics or noticed that the flora, if you're not taking enough probiotics, I recommend we should spend a topic just on probiotics. Everyone needs probiotics, but certain types of foods that we eat, the high sugar foods, eat off these candida eats off these sugars, and a lot of females have a higher tendency to get candida. But I'll tell you, coconut oil may take away your candida. How would you like to hear that? And how would you like to get those results? The cheapest thing in the world that can do wonders and change your life forever. So I've seen it, I've recommended it, and it does do a lot of important things. What if I told you for Alzheimer's? It's just miraculous. Now, eczema, psoriasis, we talked about last night. We were talking about, wow, my mind just went blank, so I'm getting too excited, but we're talking about apple cider vinegar, all right, how it gets rid of the eczema and psoriasis. Well, here's another thing, exceptionally good. Fibromyalgia, I'll go into that in just a second. Thyroid, adrenal function, I don't know too much about that, so I don't want to quote that with you guys. I really don't know too much about that. So on the other hand, I want to go into here. We talked about anything I left off. I pretty much covered everything, and we really hit all the highlights, guys. We really hit, so much important things. I just ask all of you guys to, if you have not subscribed, I would ask you to subscribe. Why? Because, get educated. What is better than education, guys? Share this with your friends. Put it on your social media. This is not about me. This is about everyone. This is about touching people. We've got people in India and Africa and Asia, Alaska, overseas through Europe. Just all over the world who are listening right now, who read these things. I get about 300, 400, 500 emails. But I'm going to tell you guys, because you're here, and if you need to get a hold of me, Facebook, easiest way. All emails, impossible to read them all. It's impossible. Okay, I'd be here for hours. Motivational Doc, my Facebook chart. Motivational Doc is my Facebook, and that's the easiest because it's boom, 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 boom. And sometimes we can have a conversation. I'm working on trying to put blogs together in the future, but these have been my favorite. Because why? Because interacting is so important. Hello from New Zealand. Hello, Paul. So there you have it, guys. I know it's late. I really appreciate those here in the U.S. who stay up late with me, listening to information. I really hope that this really helps hit home. I got my mother, I got my sister, I got people out there saying, wow, how come I didn't know about this? I'm getting this stuff. Do it. Take one every morning. Just take a tablespoon every morning. You'll be amazed. It'll make you feel good. It will take away a lot of your heartburn, make you feel strong, give you energy. This stuff gives you energy. Fat is good. The worst thing that people try to do when they lose weight is to cut out all your fat. The oils are so healthy for you. Your skin, your brain, your organs, your viscera. Guys, it's good stuff. Okay, I'm going to talk to you guys on the chat right after this. I'll stick around for a while. And again, I just want to say I love every one of you. You make my night enjoyable, and I love really educating. And this is something that I really hope that you took in a lot of great information. Please go through those last videos on calcium, magnesium, vitamin K2, vitamin D, as well as all the ones that we've been doing, apple cider vinegar, where they're all on there, and they're pretty long, they're pretty comprehensive, and that's what we want. We don't want to jump the gun. We don't want to miss something because we're suffering with ailments, and one little change, one little nutritional change that's healthy, wow. I could take one thing and get 10 great results. Lower my blood pressure, my cholesterol goes down, my skin's more vibrant, I have more energy, I have a stronger immune system, I'm more regular. Wow, that's pretty powerful. All right, guys. God bless you. We catch up with you later. I'll stick around in the chat if you want to ask some questions, and we'll catch up with you real soon. Have a great night, and again, overseas, a great day. Much love to everyone.